This is a full guide on how to start a cash flowing business in 2024 that you can scale to $1 million plus in revenue. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Rohit Kunta, the founder of Growthit, a digital marketing and growth agency. We work with clients to merge digital marketing with growth consulting to scale their businesses and get our clients to their dream scenarios. I see that a lot of my clients with newer businesses end up missing or have missed fundamental steps that stunt or stop their growth altogether. And I've realized that a lot of people make similar mistakes when starting their business. So I'm making this guide to prevent other business owners, aspiring or not, from making the same mistakes and stunting their business growth. Now, today we're going to talk about what type of business you should start, how to come up with a good business idea, how to validate a business idea, how to craft their irresistible offer, and finally, how to get your first client and customers. Let's get into it. Okay, number one, what type of business you should start? In my opinion, a service-based business is the most accessible type of business to start. Whether it's car detailing, software as a service, or digital marketing, these types of businesses usually require little to no capital to launch, and essentially you're trading your time for money. And if you have a lot of time, that's a great trade to make. For the remainder of this video, I'll be referencing service-based businesses for the most part, but do stick around if you are planning on a product-based business though. Almost everything in here still applies to your business. Okay, now that you've selected what type of business you want to get into, how do you come up with a good business idea? Well, the simplest thing to do is just start a business in a field or industry you already have experience in or a skill you're already great at. It's as simple as that. It will save you a lot of time researching the market, and you'll most likely be up to date on recent topics, and you'll have a low level of expertise that will give you intuition with your service. For example, if you have 3, 5, 10 years of experience working in a field like software engineering, then your best bet is probably just to use the problems you've seen in your time working and create scalable solutions to those, usually in the form of a SaaS or software as a service if you're in software engineering. A more product-based example, if you've been upper management of a car dealership for a long time, then you most likely have a very tight grasp on the inner workings of a car dealership, and you will already know what works and what doesn't without having to learn it the hard way, which is very valuable. And this is what you see most founders do. They will get lots of experience in the workforce, get great at their job, and then transition into starting their own businesses. If you don't have that level of experience yet, or you're still young and don't have a lot of experience in life in general, then you have to most likely start dedicating yourself to a set of skills before you can successfully start a service business. Now, what skills you dedicate yourself to will probably determine how soon you can start your business and how competitive your industry will be. If you learn a high value, hard to learn skill like portfolio management, it'll take you a lot longer to effectively learn that skill, but there won't be as much competition in that industry compared to something like lawn mowing, which anyone with 2 legs, 2 arms, eyes, and a lawnmower can start. Also, make sure whatever skill you're learning has a growing market, which you can confirm with a simple Google search, and bonus points for picking a skill, service, or product that is high in demand. It's like swimming with the flow of water, it makes you go faster. And for example, right now, it's AI. Okay, let's see. Once you have your beautiful business idea, you have to validate it. And now, in my opinion, validating your business idea for market need is only needed if you're thinking of something disruptive like Uber or Airbnb when they first launched, for example. If it's an established growing industry or thinking of entering with an established service, then you're pretty much good. You'll just have some competition, and your offer will be ever important. If not an existing product or service, then you need to figure out if people would actually pay for your product or service. Here's how I do that. Number one, map out your vision. Answer the question, where do you see the market and company going? That's it. Number two, assess the market or the related markets. See if they're growing. Don't get into a declining market like newspapers ever. Number three, research the search volume of related terms. Google Trends is great for this, just shows if interest for your topic is on the rise or not. Number four, interview potential customers. Find your ideal clients and interview them. You'll get a clear idea of whether your business idea will actually work. And number five, test an MVP on the test market. A minimum viable product, or MVP, is the simplest version of a product that you need to build to sell it to a market. This is the surefire way to ensure a business idea would succeed, but it is a bit intensive. Okay, now that you have your validated, beautiful business idea, how do you craft an irresistible offer? Now, this is more important to businesses with non-original services entering established industries. Disruptive products and services are kind of in their own league, while due to being more original. The main problem with disruptives is to find a market fit and need in the first place. Now, I stress the importance of an irresistible offer, especially in the beginning of a business's lifespan in competitive industries. To make you stand out, unless you have connections lined up to pay for your service, possibly from connections from years of work, then you have to build a strong and compelling offer. How do you do that? Well, I would like to introduce you to the value equation popularized by Sir Alex Hormozi himself. It states dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice equals value. Now you're probably thinking, what the shit does any of that mean? Let me explain. Dream outcome is simply just how sought after is the end goal of your ideal customer or client. So, for example, a lot of people would rather have $2 billion in their bank account than six-pack abs. Now, assuming all other variables are the same, a service to get you to $2 billion is much more compelling. Perceived likelihood of achievement is just the fact that people will pay for certainty. For example, you'll pay a lot more to be a plastic surgeon's 10,000th patient than their first, because you believe they will have a higher chance of not screwing it up. This is just how likely your customer or clients think you are to getting their dream outcome. That's it. Time delay, number 3, is the time between the customer buying and receiving the promised benefit. For example, liposuction versus training for months to lose weight. Liposuction takes a lot shorter, and liposuction is also a lot more expensive. Keep that in mind. I'll delve into that later. Number 4, effort and sacrifice. How much effort or sacrifice your customer or client will have to put in to get the benefit. For example, a button to get a six-pack abs is much more valuable than a trainer who will get you six-pack abs through months of training and dieting. Now, take these elements into mind and brainstorm an offer. Use your competitor offers as a starting point and build on top of it. For example, cleaning businesses. A lot of cleaning businesses work on the I'll do the cleaning, pay me. Maybe it was good, maybe it wasn't model. Now, you could improve that and say a cleaning business that implemented a 24-hour guarantee and a guarantee to come back and do a job for free if it was something wasn't cleaned well will be much more viable than the other offer, and it will stand out. Now, here's some points to consider when creating your offer. Number 1, decrease time delay and effort and sacrifice. Number 2, increase dream outcome and perceived likelihood of achievement. Number 3, make a feasible offer. Something are just impossible to do, which is completely okay for any industry. Number 4, a more viable offer can charge higher ticket prices. This is what I'm talking about with liposuction than your competitors with less viable offers. Now, this is just a quick rundown of offer creation. I could go in depth, so let me know if you would like that in the comments. Okay, now that you have your irresistible offer, here's the meat of it, often the hardest part: how to get your first clients and customers. Now, there are 4 ways, which I call the 4 horsemen of customer and client acquisition. There's warm acquisition, organic acquisition, cold outreach, and paid ads. Let's go into each one. Warm acquisition is literally just reaching out to people you already know who already know you or about your business. This could be family, friends, teachers, landlords, basically anyone who already knows you or the business. Reach out to them in a method you're comfortable in and through a familiar channel to the both of you. Next, organic acquisition, making content. Whether that's posting on Instagram, TikTok, Reels, or YouTube, this is a great free way to build a sizable revenue stream for your business. The content could be educational, informative, comedic, etc. Just show off your product or service at some point in the content, or do it in a similar format to paid ads, and you'll see what I mean soon. Number 3 is cold outreach, reaching out to people or businesses who don't already know you or your business. This includes cold calling, cold emailing, door-to-door, props on my door-to-doors out there, and walking into business, speaking with the owners, etc. You get the idea. Cold outreach is just a numbers game. You have to do a lot of cold outreach to get sizable results. Personalizing your cold outreach will reduce the sheer number you will have to do significantly, but it is still a numbers game. But it does work. That does not mean it doesn't work. It does work very well for a lot of companies. Now, number 4 is paid ads. And there's reason I put this last because I think it's the least viable for new businesses. Paid ads is pretty self-explanatory, just running paid ads on various platforms. The specifics of paid ads can get complicated really, really fast depending on the platform, but the main tenets are these. Capture your audience's attention with a headline or hook that calls them out or a possible pain point of theirs. Next, in the meat of it, show them how you can take them to dream outcome. And then finally, have a call to action like book a call now, or say something like call 123-456-7890 to book a call. Something like that. And paid ads are the best for generating instant revenue, but a lot of the time, especially with Google Ads, it is complicated to get the settings right, and you might end up wasting more money than needed. This is one point where agencies like Graphic come into play. Now, each of these acquisition channels deserves its own video. This is obviously very surface level coverage of them. I will be releasing in-depth videos on all of these, so definitely stay tuned. And also keep in mind that doing stuff for free or for cheap in the beginning to build testimonials, build case studies, or test systems is a wonderful way of getting some authority under your belt and confidence that your system works. After doing something for free for a period, you can switch to paid and see if people would actually pay for your service. This is a real test to see if your service, product, or offer was good enough. Okay, once you've had success getting some clients, do more. Don't start anything new. Do more. Not 2x more. Do 3x more, 5x more, 10x more of it to grow. For example, if it was cold outreach that more, do more of cold outreach. A single acquisition channel can take you to 100K a month or even $1 million a month in revenue. Now to get there, you have to, say it with me, do more. Now that's just a basic rundown, and scaling gets more complicated than that, obviously, and I'll be releasing content on scaling as well in the future. Stay tuned for that. Do all these steps, and congratulations, you have a scalable business you can take to $1 million, $10 million, or even $100 million a year in revenue. Now, a lot of this was not that in-depth for the sake of brevity, and if you'd like me to go more in-depth about certain topics, let me know in the comments below. Also, I'm giving away this document I used in this video for free, so just click on the link in the description below to claim it. Also follow all of our socials in the description. We post educational content like this on there too. Okay, I've taken a lot of your time, obviously. Have a nice day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.